You probably know what this is about already if you saw this on YouTube and clicked on it. I worked on this for like half a year, so this is a long video, but I wanted to spend all the free time I had making a foam head part for a fursuit and see if I could actually do it. If I could get it done, I guess that'd be kind of neat. My thought was to use it in videos and stuff, but I'm not sure actually what I'm gonna be doing with it. Just mostly it's just gonna be sitting in my room, just staring at me. This is the design I'm like going off of that I use for everything and like the animations obviously. So this first part is me just making the main foam part. Okay, this is where I'm gonna try starting this thing. I got the foam, and the tutorial I'm watching had like specific measurements, which I thought was like not gonna work because people have like different head sizes. But I tested it out. I wrapped it around my face, and I think a rectangle like this is gonna fit. The next thing I do following the tutorial is like, because that rectangle is going up from here so I can wrap around. Also, this is a terrible work area, but I'm not cutting anything yet, so I think it's fine. I need to attempt cutting this now, so this does not seem like it should work, but I'll try it, I guess. Oh, that works, yeah. I can like feel it cut. Okay, I thought it'd be like too smooth or, I don't know, squishy. This seems like it works with everything now. This cutting kind of looks terrible in the back. I did not make that smooth, but I don't think that matters that much. Now I need to just cut out eye holes and stuff. That seems like it might be difficult to mark because I need to measure it on my face where it is, and I also don't know exactly how big to make it. I've made a grave mistake already. Going off of the exact measurements on the video did not work because trying to put this on my head, like, it does not reach in the back, so I think I just need to waste some foam and like do this again, but 3 inches larger, and then that should fit well. Doesn't anyone else think tape measures are objectively inaccurate? Like, so when you take it out and like I'm measuring here, this could be 7 inches, but if you move it just a little bit at an angle, then it's 7.5 inches. How do you even get that accurate? Like, there's so much movement, and also this stuff does not go around corners that well. That could be a good thing, but with this it's kind of bad because I have a bad surface and I can't measure around it, so it sticks up and then it gets extra weird. This is what the markings look like when I'm trying to mark it on my face and I can't see anything. So that does not look very good, but I think I know where I put everything. I'm just kind of stepping through the eye holes like this. This is what everything looks like now. I'm so I need to throw a lot of this away, but this took so long to do because I was like snipping at the edges. I could not get a smooth line around this, and I was also like looking through it to see if there's any areas that did not have good visibilities. Okay, I got a change of location. This is a really creepy basement. And I'm doing all of the hot gluing here because doing everything on my bed isn't a good idea. Also, she's always watching, so if I mess up, hopefully this guy will protect me. Who are you? A lady of grace? That's a funny name. Hopefully I don't burn myself. I have these gloves. I wish I could record this. I could do something insane like this. Yes. I just need to like glue these sides. It doesn't sound difficult, but if I like burn myself, it's actually gonna be so scary. If I'm like worried about it, I might even just wear 2 gloves. Did I run out already? I didn't like. Ah! Okay, I think I did it. I think it looks fine. Hopefully it doesn't just rip off. Now I need to do the top piece I cut out. After doing the top part, this is actually like way too tall. It does not fit this way because all of this area is just open. This should be down here. The best way to fix it would be to cut in half and then trim it like on both sides, and then it will squeeze together better. Also, I messed this up super bad, but I don't know if it matters because I probably need to add filler pieces here in the middle. This could be a terrible idea. Oh, this is unsatisfying because I'm ruining everything here. Okay, this table has gotten even more messy since last time. That's not in my control, but since the last recording, I finished everything. All this, whatever. I ignored this weird unevenness on the top. It's like, whatever. I just filled it in. I don't even know how to explain it, but that step was really confusing because I just needed to keep cutting these pieces out. I just guessed for all of the corner pieces. This part of the video is actually like 2 weeks later. I just forgot to show what I even did since earlier. Everything that wasn't the base of this. This is what I got now. And this was a cutout of paper that put it on the side and just guess what it should look like, and you put that on the foam and trace it out, and then you stick 3 pieces on top of each other to get it wide, and then you just cut it around with scissors. It's kind of crazy when you cut it with scissors because it comes into so many small pieces like this, and it sticks to your clothes, and even when you try throwing, I'm not gonna film over there, it's kind of weird. And even when you try throwing it away, you dump it in the trash can and it floats back up to you because it's filled with static or whatever. Yeah, you just need to do a lot of small cuts to get it smooth around the edges. And that was the same for these cheek pieces that the tutorial said I could make. And also there's this bottom piece that's mostly just like flat and it's at an angle there. And well, since earlier, something that maybe worried me was these areas here. So there's like little pieces on the side that look like maybe the glue doesn't stick. I don't know if that was something that happened early on or if that happened over time. Well, the good thing is those are the least important pieces probably. They're just the filler pieces in the middle. And I got this piece. That's what it's like before you cut it with scissors, and this is what it's like after. You just make it smooth, and just like all those other pieces, you just glue it on. And I'll be gluing these eyebrow sort of pieces on here, like that. And I think this one might be tricky because it's so big, so I think you need to do it in parts. Also, after this, I'll be worried about putting fabric on because that's completely different from everything else. And also, with the duct tape, you need to like duct tape it, then you take it off, and then you cut it so it lays flat on the surface, and then you cut foam on top of it. It's really weird. I just need to make sure that the duct tape doesn't rip anything. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it works well like everything else here did. And also, hopefully I find fine fabric, and also, what? I don't know. Sewing goes well. I think that might be hard too. Everything about the fabric seems hard. I glued these parts on, the eyebrow things, but right now I'm doing the ears. I assume I can just do this in 2 parts. That part, and then those 2 are glued together, whatever. That is actually really not symmetrical, so I just need to cut it out with paper like I've been doing. Put it up here, draw something. That'll be good. I got ears done. They're mostly fine. They're kind of high up. I think it would make more sense if it went down the sides maybe more. I don't know. On this stuff, you need to put tape in it. You just put tape around the whole inside and then mark out the areas that will be cut for the fabric, so you lay everything flat and know where everything goes. So you take the tape out and you cut it and lay it down, and then you put the fabric under it and you know where everything is. You also do it for the front, but right now you just need to do it for the inside, I guess. This is how this part is supposed to work. You're just supposed to lay it out flat on tape and then cut around it. I'll also need to do it with the mouth inside part. I'm gonna see if this works first. I think after doing this does fit in fine, and I can sew it and glue it later. But I need to do the other pieces too. I forgot I was supposed to be making a video still. I have this thing, but I'm learning it like for the first time again since middle school. Like the only things I remember were like this back thing lifted up. I don't think how many you can see it, whatever. I also remember string goes there. And also I remember there's a pedal thing. That's all I remember about it. This is kind of hard to see, but here's the stuff. I kind of know how this should go. The eye holes are here. This should wrap around itself and be a circle, kind of. Look at how bad this is. I got somehow another string stuck in there, and I forgot to do this on the outside like I did here, which hides it. See? That looks nice. This does not. I could just maybe restart it, but that might mess things up even more, so I don't know. This might be going fine. I can't tell, though. I need to lay these parts flat and then put them in here. This just goes in like this on the flat surfaces when you have them together, and then it just sews along it. I missed recording this, but this completely got stuck. I don't know how this got fixed, but I had to ask about it, and now it's fixed, I guess. But somehow doing this messed that up and got it stuck. I think I'm just doing this wrong. Also, my edges are really bad because here you could probably just pull this out. Like at the end, I don't know how to wrap it around at the end so it doesn't come out. Maybe if I hot glue it, then it's fine. But I'm not sure. I will try going through with this, I think. But then I think you need to go back too, so it wraps around. Somehow this just ripped itself apart, the string. Like this was a full string and it just ripped itself. I don't even know how that's possible. I can't do like anything without this breaking itself because trying to put it back through, it just twisted around a lot. It got itself tied. I don't know. That's weird. I'm recording this part because I think I'm going to mess it up. I'm doing like a diagonal piece. This is supposed to be at the inside of the mouth, like here. But I don't really get it because it goes out, like, everything I did before was on the inside. It's like a tube or something. I think you can see here what it's kind of supposed to do. It's a curve like that. It seems like it's fine. I have another attempt here where the two sides are sewn together, but I don't think I'm able to sew it when it's like this. For this part, I made like a dumb mistake, but I think I can fix it. When I was going back over at the end of one of the sews, like over here, it got caught on this eye hole. That's where I went back over it, so I might need to go over that again to make sure it's actually in there. I did all the sewing for the inside. This is a scary part because once I glue it, I can't change anything. I don't know how I will fix it once I glue it. I don't know if I'm gonna end it here. Maybe. I actually messed this up super bad because when gluing, like certain parts are stretched and certain other parts aren't. So this is way too tight. What I'll try doing is cutting this so it spreads out more. This does not stretch to where it's supposed to. So I'm just gonna have to cut the whole thing off of here at the bottom mouth part. I did a super inconvenient cut because I thought that would help, but it didn't. So I'm gonna have to like figure out how to hand sew or something so I can fix it. I just feel like I'm completely breaking it now. Like this. There's so many layers of hot glue and everything. So it does fit after I remove the bottom mouth piece. These edges would be folded up and cause a crease. I have no idea how I'm gonna fill in this open space. If it means I cannot finish this, I don't care that I wasted time because I do that like every day. I care that like I was trying to make this good and it turned out not even what I mean. It's fine if it doesn't look good. I didn't think it would look good, but I expected I'd at least finish it. The issue with the inside lining part is that it seemed like it was large enough when I tried it on without hot glue, but when I glued it in, some parts got stretched out and then I couldn't put it on. I cut it into pieces to make it wearable again, but then I'd have to do stuff with it, with adding more fabric on it. I took like a month off of doing anything after this, but I just thought later I would get the outside fabric done and put on to see if I could do that and if that was any easier. I'm starting now on the fabric. I just got a lot of fabric that is very similar to this. If you see how many colors this guy has, it's all of that, those colors. And it is like kind of like this length for my main fabric. So I didn't want long fabric because then I'd have to shave it, and that's a whole process, and I feel like I need extra materials for that. So for this, I have some long stuff for the sides, which hopefully that'll work, and for the hair. I hope that goes well. I have no idea if it will, but I hope I get a decent result. And I think the base is looking good. But to address the whole issue from earlier, my idea is to just completely rip out all of that and use a facial covering instead. Yeah, I can't put it on like this. I actually made some cuts in it. It works, but I don't want to sew it. Right now I'm going to watch, like, I think a movie in my movie room and put this tape on. This is slightly different from earlier. It's like stronger. It'll go on that. I just need to do that before the fabric gets here.
For the hour of 6 a.m. in the big monster city. Temperatures are balmy 65 degrees, which is good news for you reptiles, and it looks like it's going to be a perfect day to maybe, hey, just lie in bed, sleep in, or simply... Oh, great. Good morning!
All the fabric I'm using for the outside got here today, and I guess I can show what's even in here. One part is this mesh thingy, which is what goes on the eye parts. So you see out of that. A lot came in here. I don't need this much. Like, this is just for one part of it. But I like this part the most because it's really soft. This is just the nose part. This is super long because I want long pieces there. That's the hair part. This is the main gray part. This is what I have the most of, and it's short, so I don't need to cut it. I have to figure out how I'll put it on this because I'm not sure with the markings on the side if I want to make a hole in this or just sew this on top. For example, any of these guys. Would I sew the markings like this, where it's just like on top, or I guess like this? Imagine this was fabric on top. I don't know how to explain it. This is what the piece I'm making looks like. Also, look at this guy. I don't know if you saw it. He's named Sussy Baka. You can hate me for this, but I didn't record like anything in the last few weeks because fabric sewing takes a lot of effort and focus. I won't show the whole thing, but here's something I figured out. Here is an eyelid. The eyelid goes on the eye. You can kind of rotate it to make it look different. I might need different eyelids or like multiple varieties because I can't make it angry. It's not rotated right. Also, oh, I dropped the eyelid. On the nose, one thing I figured out, if you only sew some areas, you can put stuff inside of here. So what even happened in the sewing? It was fine once I learned how to do the hand sewing, and a lot of the features I just sewed on top of what I had. The thing is, it's not accurate. The taping method doesn't really work completely because you'll get wrinkles and like inconsistent sizes. And it's just, oh, I left a pin there. I don't know what that is. Some areas didn't reach and some areas reached really far. It's just not consistent. Oh, the thing I'm working on right now, I'm taking it out now. And it's funny, this did take a while, the inside part of this, but it's fine. I just realized I didn't need it. I'm getting a lot of it off, actually. That looks pretty good. I think the issue is I didn't even get any hot glue in there. So I'd say the moral of the story is, like, if something doesn't work, you can just find a different way to do it. Look at how much cleaner it is now. It's just nice. It's soft. I'm in nowhere. So I tested this thing It worked. Visibility is whatever. I'm gonna show it. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm at a meet thing, whatever. One of my subscribed YouTube guys was here. I didn't expect that. So they got to see it. Uh, and I got to see other people's stuff. I like mine. What am I saying? I think I don't have oxygen or something here, so I'm just going. Oh, okay. I did show you can put stuff in the nose, you can take the eye things off. That's nice. I don't know what else to show. It's literally. That's it. So yeah, I think it turned out fine. I figured out that I didn't actually sew part of the nose on or something, which is funny. It just had pins in it for a long time. I mean, other people have terrible results, or not terrible, but like just weird, funny results when they do this the first time. I don't know, it's fine for mine. I'm like happy with it. It doesn't look too cursed or anything. So I think that's everything. You can go now. Bye.